afternoon, students. So today we have to start with the 17 group elements. So yesterday we have to discuss the introduction regarding the 17 group elements, right? Some of the periodic trends we call as the periodic properties. They exhibit the 17th group elements. Okay. So atomic radii agudu, ಅಥವಾ ionic radii agudu. Again, electronegativity, electron gain, enthalpy, ionization, energy. These are called as periodic trends and the periodic properties and the. So generally we know that the 17 group elements, the halogens, generally we call as halogens. The halogens having ಈ ಡೌನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಓದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So when increasing atomic size, the ionization energy decreases. It is a normal thing. So in case of this halogens, you know that one of the property, the electronegativity. See, the start with the fluorine, again fluorine, bromine, iodine, again arsenic, again the last one tennessine anta karadvi. So usually, except these, generally we take as these two are radioactive elements. Okay, na the last two elements we called as radioactive elements anta karadvi. So remaining these elements, the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, generally we take as halogens. Why we called as halogens? Yesterday I told you because of these elements, the capacity to have to produce salt. Okay, na? So come back to the periodic trends. So last class we discussed the atomic radii and the ionic radius. ಈ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಓದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ atomic radii or ionic radius why increases? Why it is increases? By adding up the number of shells. The number of shells increases, the number of electrons also increases. ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ಅದಲ್ವಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ increases. See, compared to this, the fluorine and iodine, the fluorine having the smaller size compared to iodine. So only down the group ಓದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So the first thing is atomic radii and ionic radii. ಈ down the group ಓದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay na? Again come back to the ionization energy and enthalpy. So we know that except fluorine, except fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So e orbitals ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they having weakened d orbitals, but except fluorine. So we know that in our periodic table the fluorine is the most electronegative atom. Okay na? ಈ fluorine ಬಿಟ್ಟು next oxygen ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ 16 group elements ಅಲ್ಲಿ oxygen ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Again come back to the 17 group elements. We know that the fluorine is the most electronegative atom. So why it is called as most electronegative atom? Because they having smaller size. Again this 17 group elements electronic configuration is almost near to the noble gas electronic configuration. Usually we know that the noble gas electronic configuration we call as active configuration and the corrective is stable. Because of the stable and active configuration is highly inner. So only because of this reason even these 17 group elements also they having the nearest electronic configuration of noble gases is only one thing is only one electron less compared to the noble gases. So come back to the size of fluorine because of this the very small size we called as the bond dissociation energy and the corrective generally taken as the enthalpy of dissociation of bond. So usually we know that these halogens are exist the molecular form. The molecular form of halogen is stable. So yesterday we have discussed the periodic state ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ revision ಹಾಗೆ. So today we have to discuss the physical properties of these 17 group elements. What is the physical properties? So yesterday I told you the physical properties. Generally these halogens are exist in 3 different physical states. For example, solid, even liquid and gaseous state also. So usually we know that the solid, for example, chlorine ಮತ್ತೆ fluorine ಏನಿದೆ both are exist in gaseous state in at room temperature ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Gaseous state at room temperature. Okay, the next bromine, it is only the halogen exists in a liquid state at room temperature. It's a liquid at room room temperature. Okay. The next one is the iodine. Other than it is a radioactive element, except radioactive elements, iodine. It is exists in a solid state at room temperature. It is the first physical property of the 17 group elements. Okay, na? Next, these elements also impose some colors, or they present in the form of colored compounds. So, what is the reason they exhibit colors? These halogen atoms taken as molecules, they absorb energy. They absorb energy in the form of radiation. See, we have to see the energy in the form of light radiations and the corrective. The halogens they absorb the energy radiations in under the visible light. Normal visible light range they absorb the energy in the form of radiation. Again, energy absorb the outermost shell electrons they undergo excited state to the next energy level. So only the exhibit colors. This is the reason. So it's black and ಹೇಳಿದೆ. So general ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ generally taken as an element, even molecule, even atom, they exhibit color. So what is the reason? They absorb the energy or radiation under the visible light. Again, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they undergo excited state to the next energy level. So only they impart the color. Our electron ಹೇಗೆ jump ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ moment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they exhibit color. So based on this reason, these halogens also form the different colors. These halogens present in a different color. For example, this fluorine. So generally taken as a fluorine is a yellow in color. The fluorine, the halogen, the element present in a yellow form we called as a yellow anta kariteve. So again taken as a fluorine. This fluorine present in the form of greenish yellow. The next thing is, see, the next element in the same group we called as a bromine. The bromine present in a red in color. They present in the form of a red color. The last one is the iodine, is a violet color. See, this is the different colors that exhibit when these absorb the energy. Again, these elements undergo excited state. Nothing but they jumps next energy level. They impart the color. This is also one of the physical properties of the 17 group elements. Generally, we know that the melting point and the boiling points. So the general thing is, down size increase while increasing the size of an atom. When increasing size of an atom, the molecular mass of an atom also increases. We know that the molecular mass increases, the melting point and boiling point also increases because both are directly proportional. It's a very important. The next third physical property of this 17 group elements, melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point increases down the group. This is the third property. First one is generally the existence of a different physical state at room temperature. The second is it imparts the color. The third one is the boiling point and melting point of these elements down the group increases because what is the reason? While increasing size, atomic size and mass. Because of this reason, they exhibit higher melting point and boiling point down the group. Okay, now next one is, see, we taken as the enthalpy of dissociation of these elements. The enthalpy of dissociation of bond XX. Generally, they are present in the form of molecule, right? See, we call it as a molecule formally halogen atoms generally X bond X anta varkodu. X may be any halogen atom, it may be fluorine, bromine and iodine, etc. See, generally we take as a X here. the enthalpy of dissociation of bond XX. Okay na, we taken as a commonly fluorine. Fluorine ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ bond dissociation energy ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ called as bond dissociation energy. Bond dissociation energy or enthalpy of bond dissociation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. both are same here. Okay na, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ XX we have to see in a variation form. Usually we know that the fluorine is having the smaller size. Because of the smaller size, they have to see fluorine and fluorine they having lower enthalpy of dissociation. They having lower or less enthalpy of dissociation. So now taken as a symbol, see, is lesser than fluorine. Lesser than fluorine. After fluorine, the gradually is increases. See, is greater than bromine bonds. Again, is also greater than iodine. See, the only reason is in case of fluorine, the fluorine only the having the less enthalpy of bond dissociation energy, or generally called as enthalpy of dissociation of bond XX. XX indicates halogen here. Okay, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ fluorine ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. It's very very important for your competitive exams. Even theory also they will ask 1 mark. Okay na, so what is the reason here? Is fluorine having smaller size. The next reason, see, the lone pair of electrons. See, the lone pair interaction we call as repulsion. Lone pair repulsion is more in case of fluorine compared to chlorine. In case of fluorine compared to chlorine. See, it is a reason why the fluorine having the lesser enthalpy of dissociation or enthalpy of dissociation energy. Is the only reason they having smaller size. We know that the atomic number of fluorine is 9. They also having smaller size. Even absence of the orbital also. Again, the lone pair repulsion is more in case of fluorine compared to chlorine. So only they exhibit less enthalpy of dissociation. It is the order of the enthalpy of dissociation of different halogen atoms. See, this is also one of the physical property of halogens. We call it generally 17 group elements. Okay. The next thing is solubility. So usually we know that ಈಗ ಲ್ಯಾಬಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಕಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಕಂಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೇರಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. So we take as the solubility here. The soluble of this halogen, especially fluorine and fluorine, they are soluble in water. Fluorine and fluorine. The next one is solubility. Solubility. Fluorine and chlorine soluble in water, but bromine and iodine sparingly soluble in water. What is the meaning of sparingly soluble in water? It is of nothing but insoluble anta artha ಇದೆ. Okay na, soluble in water. See, the solubility of halogens, especially the fluorine and chlorine, is a soluble in water, but bromine and iodine is a sparingly soluble in water. So what is the meaning of sparingly here? Is a of nothing but it is a insoluble antanu helbodu. But these all halogen atoms are soluble in, see, all halogen atoms are soluble in organic solvents. organic solvents. So organic solvents example ಯಾವುದು chloroform ಆಗುವುದು chloroform CaCH2 ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ is a formula. Again organic solvents again CS2 we call as carbon disulfide. These are called as organic solvents. ಈ ತರ ಆಗುವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we take as organic solvent. Organic solvents ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ halogen atoms ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ soluble ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But in case of the water, the fluorine and chlorine are soluble in water. But in case bromine and iodine is sparingly soluble in water. Okay, now this is a solubility regarding halogens. These are one of the physical properties of halogens. Okay, the next physical property generally we take as a high electron affinity and the so these halogens, the halogens having high electron affinity. High electron affinity. Because of this nature, because of this electron affinity, high electron affinity, these act as oxidizing agents. Or these are undergo oxidation. These are act like a powerful oxidizing agent. What is the powerful oxidizing agents here? The halogen atoms. Okay, na? The halogen atoms they act like a powerful oxidizing agent because of reason here. The halogens having high electron affinity. They having high electron affinity. Because of this reason, they act like a oxidizing agent. Or we call that they undergo oxidation. Powerful oxidizing agents and the correct. Okay, na? This is regarding the physical properties of these halogen atoms. So based on this, we have to conclude they also having some of the properties. Generally, they react with water. They also react with water. They produce some of the compounds. What is the nature of the compounds? Okay, now they also present in a different oxidation state. Based on this oxidation property, so we have to see the different halogen atom present in a different oxidation state in a different combined forms. Okay, now see the next thing is the oxidizing property or the oxidation of halogens. Oxidation of halogens. Oxidizing property. See, this is the oxidizing property. Before going to oxidizing property, we know that the fluorine. All halogen atoms compare madidre fluorine is a very small size. They have a very small size. D orbital absent irutte. Matte enagutte because of lone pair interaction. Okay na, because of lone pair the repulsion is very more. So small size kadame irodrinda enagutte adu tumba bond packed enagutte is closely related to the nucleus. Aಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ bond ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So only they exhibit more electronegative atom. Exhibit more electronegative nature. So only it is called as more electronegative atom in our periodic table. So based on this, see the fluorine atom is a powerful oxidizing agent. The fluorine it is act like a powerful oxidizing agent. So only it is oxidizes other halogen atom also. See general ಆಗಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು halogens are oxidizing agents ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ it is undergo oxidation ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ they involve the oxidizing property. But in case of this halogen also, the fluorine, especially the fluorine, because of their electronegativity nature, it is oxidizes. Again, it is oxidizes other halogen atom also. So generally we take as other halogen atoms except fluorine. So now we take as one of the example is the fluorine. The fluorine is act like a powerful oxidizing agent. Nothing but it is oxidizes. It is oxidizes other halogen atoms present in the form of solution. It's very important. Okay na? This fluorine oxidize other halogen atoms present in the form of solution. Fluorine oxidizes other halogens other halogen atoms present in their solutions. So only the fluorine is called as powerful oxidizing agent. Fluorine is called as powerful oxidizing agent. So why it is so called powerful oxidizing agent? Because of their electronegativity nature. See, other halogen atoms generally written as X here. See, Cl nothing but fluorine, Br is a bromine, I nothing but iodine. The remaining halogen atoms oxidize in the form of solution. See, here we take as one of the example chemical reaction. The fluorine present in the molecular form. Again, these halogen atoms present in the solution form. Solution form they present in ions form. They exhibit in ions. See, Cl is there, Br is again iodine is there. So generally these ions, these halogen atoms, they are present in the form of solution. Generally, X X solution X minus, because we know that these are electronegative atoms. These are electronegative atoms. They always carry negative charge. So based on this reason, so now we take as X minus. Fluorine, it is reacts with the halogens. The halogens generally written as X here. X may be fluorine, bromine or iodine. So generally written as two molecules of halogens. It reacts with fluorine, it gives H2O. See, generally information agutte H gena Cl ide, hydrogen ide, fluorine ide. The ionizes fluorine atom minus with the elimination of H2. See, this is a fluorine. The fluorine is oxidized. What is meaning by oxidation? Oxidized. Fluorine they present in the form of molecular state. Zero is the oxidation state. Again, in minus ide. Minus again see, it carries negative charge. It is act like a oxidizing agent. It is oxidized to form F minus. This is one of the reaction we called as interallergenic reaction. These compounds are called as interallergenic compounds. Andre, the fluorine having the most electronegative nature, because of this reason, it again oxidizes even halogen atom also. Andre, higher number of atomic mass higher number of atomic number halogen atom it is oxidized. Very, very important. Okay, now the capacity of fluorine here, it is oxidized. The remaining all halogen atom, nothing but the higher atomic number having halogen atom. ಇದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೇಟಿವ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಸ್ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ halogen atom they are present in the form of solution. Okay na, see the next to the fluorine is chlorine. The chlorine again it is oxidizes. The chlorine again it is oxidizes. Generally we take as X here. The other atomic mass, higher atomic mass having elements. See, ಇಲ್ಲಿ fluorine ಇದಲ್ವಾ generally we take as X ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರೆ chlorine example ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. The next example is a chlorine. Again generally we take as X here. Here the X may be remain bromine ಹಾಕಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ iodine ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. Okay na? See general agi the X here, the second equation X is a bromine or iodine. It is also oxidized to see say 2Cl minus plus ಇನ್ನೇನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ X2. here X may be Br2 ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ I2 ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ X is equals to ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ Cl2 Br2 or I2 and I ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಆಗಬಹುದು. See, this is the electronegative nature. This is the electronegative nature. The last one is bromine. So generally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ the remaining is iodine. Generally two molecules of iodine, it is oxidized to form a iodine plus Br minus 2Br minus. This is called as the oxidizing property. The oxidizing property of the halogen, it reacts with halogens or it is oxidized the another halogen atoms. The higher member, the higher atomic mass having halogen atoms na ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ oxidize ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So based on their electronegativity nature, based on their electronegative nature, electronegativity and the character. This is one of the property of this halogen 17 group elements. So again, based on this property, it is also reacts with water also. So usually we know that the oxidizing property. Based on this oxidizing property, this halogens again reacts with the water. So we know that the water having oxygen, oxygen also electronegative atom. Oxygen also electronegative atom. In case of fluorine and oxygen, ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕೂ compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ fluorine ಮತ್ತೆ oxygen atom ನ ಎರಡು compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we know that the fluorine having a most electronegative nature compared to oxygen. So only in case of water, the fluorine is easily oxidized oxygen in case of water. Okay na? See, you have to see the reaction. The fluorine, it is easily oxidized. It is easily oxidized. It is oxidized water to oxygen. Because of their electronegative nature, it is act like a powerful oxidizing agent. It is oxidized water to oxygen. The fluorine is oxidized water to oxygen. See, now take this one of the example here. Fluorine, it is reacts with the water. So, 2 molecules of fluorine, it is reacts with the water. 2 molecules of water, it gives H2O, HF. Hydrogen fluoride formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Especially general ಆಗಿ the reaction taking place in a solution. Solution ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is present in the form of ion C4F minus, again 4H plus. The remaining is the oxygen. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ? Oxygen. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಜನರಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ it is a fluorine. The fluorine, it is oxidized water. ಈ ವಾಟರ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. The fluorine oxidized water to oxygen. Water to oxygen because of their electronegative nature. It's a oxygen also electronegative atom, but compared to oxygen, the fluorine is the most electronegative atom. So only it is easily oxidized water to oxygen. It is easily oxidized water to oxygen. It's a very important general level. Okay na? The next chlorine matte generally we take as a iodine. Chlorine and iodine, it is also oxidized, it is also reacts with water. So they will ask for competitive exam. The chlorine and bromine, it is reacts with water to form a special compound. So hydroallic acids anta karithivi athwa icoalous acids anta karithivi. Okay na? So generally chlorine and iodine reacts with water to gives corresponding hydrohalic acids and hypohalous acids. See, this chlorine and iodine reacts with water again to give corresponding hydrohalic acid or hypohalous acids formation agutte. Okay na? See, the reaction of fluorine, it is reacts with generally general ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಜನರಲ್ X ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ X ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? It reacts with water. Generally we take as water. H2, it reacts with water, it gives H2O. ಏನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ? HX, the remaining is the HOX. This is called as hydrohalic acids or hypohalous acids formation. Okay na? This is the reaction taking place in this is a gaseous state avirutte. It is a water. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? That gives H2 hydrogen halides and hydrohalic acid or hypohalous acid. This is also one of the reaction. Is one of the property of this chlorine and iodine when it is reacts with water based on oxidation property, based on oxidation. Okay na? The next is even iodine. This iodine also reacts with the water. So So general ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the iodine is a bigger molecule compared to these halogen atoms. The size ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, reactivity ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So usually this iodine reacts with water. This reaction is a non-spontaneous reaction. This reaction is non-spontaneous reaction. This reaction is taking place in the condition like acid. So generally witness iodine, the iodine reacts with water. 4 molecule ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ. The iodine reacts with water in presence of oxygen ಆಗಬಹುದು. Generally reacts with water in presence of oxygen. It is also gives so same hydrogen iodide formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. hydrogen iodide, the remaining is again see water ಮತ್ತೆ oxygen ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. It is also reacts with oxygen in presence of water. acidic condition ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, reaction ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಜನರಲ್ reaction ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. see acidic condition ಅಲ್ವಾ, iodine plus acidic condition taking place, it reacts with water. Okay na, reacts with water, it gives us to hydrogen iodide. hydrogen iodide again acidic condition ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, H+ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, acidic condition ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. the remaining water molecule ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ H+ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಬಟ್ this reaction is a spontaneous reaction. This reaction is a spontaneous reaction. iodine ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 4i ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೀಗೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು 4i. the reaction taking place in acidic condition, otherwise it reacts with water. reacts with water ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, see 4 ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, H+ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಜನರಲ್ ಡೇಟ್ನೆಸ್ 4H+. 4H+ here 2 molecule of water. so 1 molecule of oxygen ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. hydrogen iodide formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, hydrogen iodide so molecule ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 4 molecule of hydrogen iodide, 2 molecule of H gives us to water. water molecule ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, eliminate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. this is also one of the reaction. other than textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. the same ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ again hydrogen iodide formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, again water molecule ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, eliminate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, this is regarding your competitive exams. ಕೇಳೋಣ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ the iodine reacts with like water is a non-spontaneous process. okay na, this is regarding the oxidizing property. So based on this oxidizing property, so we already studied, are familiar with the standard oxidation state of these halogens. The standard oxidation state of halogen generally is equal to -1. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, all halogen atoms, the standard oxidation state, the oxidation state of all halogens atoms are generally taken as halogens. Halogens ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೋದಾ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ, ಓಕೆ. so halogens is equal to -1. this is called as the standard oxidation state of halogens. so generally based on this, the various electrons is also present in the various oxidation state. They are also present in various oxidation state. So why it is present in the various oxidation state? The shifting of electrons generally ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, outermost shell of the electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, they shifting towards the orbitals. They exist in a different oxidation state. We call it as excitation of electrons ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, the first excitation of electrons, the second excitation of electrons, the third excitation of electrons ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So based on this, we have to see the different variation ಅಥವಾ various oxidation state of halogens. So generally this halogens fluorine ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಆಟಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಯೋಡಿನ್, they always the chlorine present in a different oxidation state, but in case of fluorine they always present in a -1 oxidation state. So it is because it is the most electronegative atom, because it is most electronegative atom. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the fluorine is always present in a -1 oxidation state, except except fluorine, the remaining halogen atoms they are present in a different oxidation state or a various oxidation state. Is equals to -4 ಆಗಬಹುದು. Again, it also exists in a +6 oxidation state when it is present in the form of combined form. We call it as axial acid ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. In the form of oxides ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ is halogens. Except fluorine, the halogen, the remaining halogen atoms, they exist different oxidation state. Okay na? You have to see. So different oxidation state ಯಾವ ತರ formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. Okay, fluorine ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ elements ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they are present in the 17 group. They exist various oxidation state. They are present in various oxidation state. Okay na? So various oxidation state ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So ಯಾಕೆ fluorine exist ಆಗಲ್ಲ? ಈ fluorine ಯಾಕೆ exist ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ reason ಇಷ್ಟೇ. The reason is it's having smaller size. Okay na? Smaller size ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Again electron negativity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. Electron negativity ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. Because of this reason the fluorine does not exist different oxidation state. ಇದೇ electronegative atom ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬೇರೆ electronegative atom ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they are present in a different oxidation state. ಅಥವಾ electron ಅನ್ನು ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಥವಾ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದೇ electronegative atom ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ always they present in a -1 oxidation state. Other than -1 there is no different oxidation state of fluorine. You can't say ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ fluorine ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ except fluorine, so remaining fluorine ಆಗಬಹುದು, bromine ಆಗಬಹುದು, iodine ಆಗಬಹುದು, these are different halogen atoms. They are present in a different oxidation state. We call as corresponding oxidation state ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. See, +1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, +3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, again +5, even +7 also. Okay na? So based on the outermost electrons present in the valence shell, they exhibit different oxidation state. Even +1, +3, +5 and +7. This is called as the various oxidation state of halogens ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So ಯಾವ ತರ formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ +1 ಮತ್ತೆ +3 again +5 and +7. So generally we know that if fluorine ಮತ್ತೆ oxygen atoms ಜೊತೆ, because both are most electronegative atoms, right? ಇವೆರಡು atoms ಜೊತೆ remaining halogen atoms ಏನಾದ್ರು combine ಆದ್ರೆ, okay na? Remaining halogen atoms ಏನಾದ್ರು combine ಆದ್ರೆ they exhibit the different oxidation state. ಜನರಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ +1 ಬರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ +3 ಬರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ +5 ಬರಬಹುದು +7 ಬರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ಅಥವಾ ಜನರಲ್ ಇಂಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಇಂಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಅಥವಾ ಆಕ್ಸೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಆಕ್ಸೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್, ಆಕ್ಸೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. See, generally fluorine ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ is only exists in the form of only one oxo acid form. So apart from these elements, the remaining elements ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು, iodine ಆಗಬಹುದು, bromine ಆಗಬಹುದು, chlorine ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೇ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ they react with electronegative atoms ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಇಂಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಆಕ್ಸೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬಹುದು, ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ +4, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ +6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ +4 ಮತ್ತೆ +6 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೀಸನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ +4 ಮತ್ತೆ +6 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ +1, +3, +5 and +7 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೌ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ +1, +3 and +7 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಲೈಕ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್. ದ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ d ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ of an element corresponding halogen atom. Okay na? So general agi we know that the outermost electronic configuration of potential in case of 17 group elements is NH2 Lp. See 7 electrons agಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, it is equal to 5. This is the outermost electronic configuration or the valential electronic configuration ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So based on this now we have to write the electronic configuration or a shifting of electrons taking place in different orbitals. Shifting of electron taking place in different orbitals except fluorine. The all halogen atoms they undergo the shifting of electrons. Fluorine ಬಿಟ್ಟು the remaining elements ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ except fluorine ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Fluorine ಬಿಟ್ಟು. So why this? You know the reason. Because having the smaller size, again they having a absence of d orbital. We call as the vacant d orbital absent ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ fluorine ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ electron shift ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, like this also reason they exhibit electronegative nature, more electronegative nature. Except fluorine, the remaining elements fluorine, bromine, iodine. Okay na? So ಈ elements ನ general name ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ X ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. See, general electronic configuration of outermost shell of these elements is a ns2 np5. ns2 np5 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. So we have to write it in the form of orbital. See, this is called as ns2. Again, p orbital. Okay na? p orbitals. This is ns. Again, a vacant d orbital ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay na? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 d orbitals, 5 d orbitals. Okay na? See, np5 generally taken as np5. One is less compared to noble gas. Either electron pair agutte 5 and 1 first 3 electrons. Okay na? Amele enagutte 1, 2. So general agi ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ half headed ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. capital headed as a complete headed half. Okay na? So in total ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು 2 again here 2 plus 2 plus 1 5 electrons ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಇದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. when it is undergo first excited state ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. first excited state. See, the first excited state. Okay na? ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ based on this we have to know the oxidation state. The oxidation state of an element taken as account ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. account for oxidation of element different states ಯಾವುದು ಇರಬಹುದು. it may be +1 or -1. +1 ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ -1 ಇರಬಹುದು. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ +1 or -1 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ -1 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ +1 even -1 also. Okay, this is one of the form. But now we have to see the first excited state ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. first excited state same orbitals. Okay, same p orbital 1, 2, 3. Again d orbitals again 5. See, in case of this s orbital ns2 again np5 alva. So listen carefully. In case of p orbital ಎಷ್ಟು electrons ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 electrons ಇದೆ maximum in case of halogen atoms. So ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ p orbital ಇಂದ d orbital ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ an electron. only the each time single time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, so only one electron in case of p orbital is excited to the d orbital. higher energy level ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See, we have to written as in the form of this is a pair of electrons in case of an orbital. Again the two electrons present in a second p orbital, but in case of third ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅದು vacant ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. See, in case of this electron shifted here. Okay na? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ electrons ಏನಾಯಿತು d orbital ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. this is called as nd orbital ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay na? The next energy level. So ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ electron ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ಎಷ್ಟು vacant orbitals formation ಆಯ್ತು ನಮಗೀಗ 1, 2, 3. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ p ಆಗಿರಲಿ d ಆಗಿರಲಿ whatever even s ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿ. But we have to only concentrate on orbitals. How many orbitals are there? 1, 2, 3. The vacant orbitals are spread out 3 alva. So only in the form of the first excited state of this halogen they forms +3 oxidation state. This is called as +3 oxidation state. The first excitation of electrons in case of halogen in outermost shell, they account for they forms +3 oxidation state. Okay na? The next thing, ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ p orbital ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? It is undergo again excited state ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ excited state ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, again we call as a second excited station ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So generally we take as this is the first, this is a second, yes nothing but excited state ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. Okay, now this is a p orbital, d orbital, okay na, ಇದು d. Say beyond electron ಇದರ pair of electron ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು d orbital ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See 1 2 3 4 5. Okay na, so see this is the exhibit +5 oxidation state. This is account for the second excited state of an electron in case of halogen atom in outermost shell we call as a valence shell. This is account for the existence of +5 oxidation state. Generally, the halogens exist as a +5 oxidation state. Same thing like taken as a +7 oxidation state. Illa tagobodona. So general ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? This is called as NS2 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. NP ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ p orbitals 3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 3 p orbitals NP. Okay na? So 5 electrons again ND orbital completely 0 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. But in case of okay na? In case of see 5 d orbital vacant d orbital ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ nd ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ d orbital ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು p orbital ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 vacant orbitals ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಸ್ +3 ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾಲೋಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ d orbital. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಥವಾ it shows 5 vacant orbitals. Based on this the accounts athwa they exhibit +5 oxidation state. Again the last thing is the third excited station anta karithi. The first and the third excitation anta karithivi. Complete ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತವೆ electrons ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 electrons ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? 3 electrons ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ electron ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸಿ 3 ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಯ್ತು? ಸಿ 1 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? 3 + 3 6 + 1 ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 3 ಪೇಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಈ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಇವ್ರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So only in this case they exhibit +7 oxidation state. They exhibit +7 oxidation state. Understood? So this is regarding the different various oxidation state of different halogen atoms. They present in different forms except fluorine. The all halogen atoms they exhibit various oxidation state, even +1 +3 +5 +7 etc. This is regarding the oxidizing property of the current. The next thing is usually based on this the oxidizing property they also undergo so many chemical reactions. Okay na? So we have to see next class. Okay, so illo ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಅನಾಮಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಈ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಯಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ರೀಸನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಅಟಮ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಅಟಾಮಿಕ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನಾನಮಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ದ ಅನಾನಮಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡಿಗ್ನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಈ ಅನಾನಮಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್? ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈಜ್. ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಸೈಜ್ ತೀರಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೈಜ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೋ. ವಿ ನೋ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್? ದ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್. So only the exhibit less enthalpy of dissociation energy. ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ರೀಸನ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಅನಾನಮಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್.